investors, please come and take your seat here. I will not actually introduce them. They will introduce themselves. Okay? I'm going to give them 2 to 3 minutes. They introduce themselves and tell us, yes, please, Michael. And then they tell us the institution, the organization they're working. And then the reason why I want you to pay attention, it's not all about people are going to pitch here. Of course, they're going to pitch in front of you guys. But again, it's a chance to meet with them after, right? One investor is coming from Ghana, from South Africa, and one is based here, but investing across the continent, okay? So it's an opportunity, even if you don't have a business idea, as of now, I mean, tomorrow you're going to come up with a business idea, and these are the right people, and this. So we have such network in the CEO that we're actually working with to close the funding gap for SMEs and startup companies, okay? Among other services that we actually do. Even this one inclusive. So these are the investors that I actually have today. So if you allow me, I'll pass the mic to them. Michael, if you want to go first. Introduce yourself. Tell us more of your company. You have 2 minutes to do that. And then 1 sentence on what you expect today. Can I repeat? Or you're good? Your name, your company, and 1 thing you expect to see this afternoon. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Do like this if you're ready. Nice. I have the audience. Is it working? Can I have help here? Michael, do you want to step here and you introduce here as they fix that?
Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Mutie. I am Kenyan. I am with Launch Africa Ventures as an investment manager. We are an early-stage Pan-African VC firm. We invest in early-stage ventures in Africa. We have 2 funds. Our first fund we fully deployed in Q1 last year. That was a $36.3 million fund. We invested in 133 companies across 22 African markets. We're now raising our second fund, a $75 million fund. We've invested in 20 companies to date. We started our investments in December last year. And I am excited to be here today. Charles and team, thank you so much for hosting us. Rwanda, thank you for hosting us. One thing I'm looking forward to is the exciting pitches from the founders, and hopefully I can be of some value either through a potential partnership as investments from my firm or in technical assistance or helping connect you to players who might be more fitted for you at this stage in terms of helping you grow to your next level. Thank you so much.
Guys, is that enough? Please, you can do more than that, right? Yes. Anyone coming from Ghana? And you're in the room? 1? You have 1 person that I don't want you to find yourself on the plane going back, eh? You can start the conversation here. Egla, you want to do next? Yes. Is it working? Please come here so that they can see you, the audience.
Hello. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Miria, everyone. If that's the wrong one, we will just blame ourselves because that's what she told me. Hi, everybody. I'm Igla. I'm based in South Africa, but I am Congolese, so neighbor geographically. I'm the managing partner of a fund called Misfit Ventures. So it's an SME debt fund. We provide working capital and supply chain finance to female-led and female-operated SMEs in Southern Africa. So really excited to be here. I really want to, hear from the amazing startups and SMEs that are going to be pitching, looking to see a lot of passion, a lot of good storytelling, and really interesting stories. Okay, nice to be here.
Thank you so much, Egla, for coming, for accepting our invitation, but also making it here in this room. Guys, you can do more than that. Eh? We are in this thing together, right? Yeah, we're together. I mean, I want to see, the vibe. Eh? I know you can do more than that. Okay, thank you so much. Grace, you want to come next? But being having a root in Congo, it wasn't being a neighbor. It wasn't really a criteria to bring her here, right? It was wanted to look for young people also that we can, connect with, but also talk to them. How at this age they are investors? Isn't it amazing, guys? Yes, this is a conversation you should have with them after here, right? Okay, Lisa?
Hi everyone, my name is Raisa Jothri. I'm based in Kigali, Rwanda, but I work for Renew Capital, which is a cross-continental firm. We're currently in 15 countries, so I'm hoping some of those are sort of the ones that come up today. We invest in early-stage tech-enabled and tech startups. So excited to see who all's here today.
You want to mention five countries you're operating in?
Sure, yeah. So we're in, I'd say Rwanda, Ethiopia, Kenya are our sort of three biggest operations. We've got full offices in each of those. And then we're also in Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, Mozambique, kind of along East Africa.
So they will check online, right? I want you to really go there and then find out if your country is on the list of the country they're investing in. Isn't that amazing? And that's how you clap, guys, for her. Oh, that's nice. So I want to see my guys on the Kalisa, if you're ready with the pitches. You ready? Okay. Can I have the first person? And then I have the list. I forgot my phone somewhere at the back, so I can't get it. So anyways, the pitches are going to really start. And for me, I'm interested to see the interesting pitches here, the passion and why people came up with this solution. The story behind the business, right, is something actually I'm looking forward. I'm not going to be on the panel. I'm going to be the MC, just calling people to come in and Kalisa will help me to really keep time because I don't have my phone here. Otherwise, I'm looking forward to this pitch. Without saying much, please come on stage. Faminga. So you tell us what you do, and we are going to be strict on time, just 5 minutes. And we can clap for him, guys, too, as he comes here. Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Jean-Claude. I am the CEO and the founder of Faminga. And at Faminga, we are helping farmers become more climate resilient, maximize their yield, and grow financially by making data-driven decisions. Did you know that almost over 55% of the farmers' crop is lost even before they reach at the market? This is an issue because I want you to meet Jean-Paul, who is the farmer that we are working with. Jean-Paul decided to not rely on climate and rain, and he invested a lot in irrigation. But this is a solution for him until the rain rains after irrigating, because he irrigates without knowing that after 2 hours ahead, it's going to rain. And it will be nothing but a disaster in the farm. Next, please. And Jean-Paul is going to lose the entire investment because he had no idea when he was irrigating that 2 hours ahead it's going to rain. Next slide, please. But imagine having a tool that will enable Jean-Paul to take data-driven decisions, having control over their soil, their plant, but also entire environment surrounding them. That's where we came in, Faminga. Next, please. We are solving three main problems that the farmer like Jean-Paul face: lack of formation to make data-driven decisions, and even technology to do modern, to have a modern equipments and techniques to mitigate the climate risk, but also they lack limited access to the post-harvest solutions. And at Faminga, we are solving this problem from soil preparation up to the market, from the grassroots, because With our technology, our sensors that can monitor soil nutrients, the farmer can identify what type of seeds for their soil, what type of best fertilizers for their soil, but also knowing when to irrigate and how much water to give to their plants. And also, our AI model can detect issues and diseases early, giving warning to the farmers how to mitigate the risks. We are targeting small-scale farmers through cooperatives and large-scale farmers and agribusinesses. And our milestone proves how we are determined. Currently, we are finalizing our pilot project where we engaged 500 users, 40% of them being women. And our solution has been developed to be expanded to neighboring countries without additional investment because the use cases are almost the same in Kenya, in Uganda, and Tanzania. The market opportunity is huge. Starting in Rwanda, we have 3.3 million on our servable obtainable market, and we are planning to expand in neighboring countries. Oh, sorry for that. We know our competitors because we are more convenient and less expensive. And our business model is scalable. We have 3 main revenue sources: sensors, subscription, and the API, and even the smallholder farmer who cannot afford our technology on premium, they can use freemium where they can track the weather, track the inputs, and even have the balance sheet as a report. And our business model is scalable. Currently, we are starting from soil, giving the insight to the farmers, but we are planning to co-create a solution for the post-harvest solutions, like a cooling storage for perishable produces, and even access to regional and the global market, fair pricing, eliminating the middlemen. And we have a team of younger innovators who are ready to get our hands dirty and work directly with the farmers, solving the problem they have. And, I'm sorry for the clicker. Yes, we are looking for non-financial and financial needs. We are looking for $50,000 in SAFE, and we are looking for partnership, advisory, mentors, support, and even distribution channel, as well as the training programs for these smallholder farmers. Please join us. Invest in a high-potential agri-tech platform ready to scale across Africa with a clear path to profitability, but also an impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You can do more than that, guys. Thank you so much. So, my dear investors, any question, comment? Are we walking away with money today?
1, 2. I think they fixed this.
Okay, nice.
Jean-Claude, good afternoon, and thank you so much for your presentation. Congratulations on progress to date. My question would be on your current raise. 2 questions, actually. 1, have you raised before? And 2, you've said you're raising 50,000 on SAFE. Do you have a valuation on which you're raising the 50,000 on?
Thank you, thank you. We have not yet raised, so all the investment we have invested here, we have invested around $24 are all from my own revenue, my own income. I'm investing in this solution, and for the SAFE, we have not yet evaluated, but we can do together with the investor who's willing to invest in us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean-Claude. Yeah, happy to help you with figuring out the valuation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, Jean-Claude. Thank you for your presentation. 2 small notes on your slides. The first slide that you had titled Market Sizing, that really spoke about your customer profile. You should probably call it customer profile. but that's a really interesting slide to have. And then the second thing, on your actual market sizing slide, you didn't have the currency. So please just add a currency there so we know what currency you're talking about when you're market sizing. My question is about the business model. Does this mean we're out of time? I'm just going to ask my question and they can cut us off if we need to. My question is about the business model. Can you please talk to us about that? Because you have a hardware component in the sensor. Because you have a hardware component in the sensor and then there's a platform. So please talk to us about the business model.
Yeah, we have a subscription and sales on our sensors. Our soil sensors, we have currently 3 types of soil sensors. One is for the irrigation. Another one is for the soil nutrients, pH and other soil nutrients. And another one is all-in-one. So one sensor costs approximately 35 US dollars. And another sensor is 160 US dollars. And another is 300 US dollars. And for subscription, we have subscription for the farmers who want to track their farm inputs, track the early warnings like diseases, and even be able to price their crop, because we track the entire inputs from soil preparation. We are tracking the water they invest in terms of monetary, their time they invest, inputs like fertilizers, seeds, and help them to price at the end when they are harvesting. So we are using geospatial technology, satellite imagery, to calculate the distance where the farmer is located, even environment, which is helping the farmer to really price their plant in terms of logistics and transportation. So for those who are looking for such solution and do not want to use our sensors, they use our mobile app and they pay, if they are individual, they pay 25 US dollars per 8 months. And also for the enterprise, they pay almost 65 US dollars.
Thank you so much. I'll have only one question.
Sure. So you had sort of the competitor slide, and you mentioned that you're more convenient and also less expensive than some of the others. Could you speak to sort of, how your platform's better?
Yeah, our platform is better because we are enabling farmers from soil preparation up to the market, enabling them to make decisions. For example, the farmers have been underpricing their crop because they did not even track the inputs. For example, you might have seen Jean-Paul, who always invests in irrigation, fuels, which is costly. But for us, we are providing a full solution.
Last statement.
Up to the market. So we co-create with the other innovators for the post-harvest solutions. So if the farmer is the time to harvest, we also link them with the market, helping them to price and even mitigate the risks.
So much. Thank you so much. Please, round of applause to this guy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you want, if you speak French and you'll be not following, we can give you the device. Anyone in the room? No? You're good? Good. Okay. Let's have the next person. Thank you so much. Probably we can have, as you can see, he's exchanging his business cards to the investors. But next, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is King. I hope everybody's doing good. Really nice to meet everybody here. I'm from Lifeline, and we are Africa's first medication software with third-party insurance integration and outpatient drug tracking. So we're actually going to look at the problem statement and metrics, but first of all, how did it actually begin? I've been in situations whereby I go to a pharmacy, they have my medication, but unfortunately they don't support my insurance. The next pharmacy supports my insurance, but the problem is they just run out of stock of the medication I needed. As the youth here, imagine walking 10 to 20 kilometers to actually go to a pharmacy, only to find out that they don't support your insurance at all, and you don't have money to pay for those medications, literally. What's going to happen? I share this problem with 268 million people in Africa. 1 in 5 people in Africa are actually living with chronic illnesses. I think there are like 3,000 people in KBC right now, so that means 1 in 5 people right here, So 1 in 5 people right here are actually like suffering from one illness or the other. And only 50% of people can actually access medications when they need them, and only 20% of people on the continent can actually afford an insurance or any type of insurance. This problem has actually led to the death of 1.6 million people. So basically, what is my problem statement? Gaining access to life-saving medications at critical times is a life-threatening challenge. Affordability is a barrier for many patients like you and I when trying to manage their health expenses. And lastly, millions of people are struggling to keep accurate record of their drug data. I'm just going to pause here and ask everybody this one question. Can you keep track of every single medication you have taken in the last 1 to 10 years without the help of a local pharmacy or hospital? Just think about it. And with that, what is my solution basically? I present to you Lifeline. This is a software that I have built that helps African patients like you and I quickly access, afford, and manage life-saving medications at nearly zero cost. Let me be clear, with Lifeline, you can get any medication you need without spending any of your money. And we also help pharmacies onboard medications 7 times faster using a large language model that we built by ourselves. How does it... Okay, this is... Sorry, clicker. Okay, cool. So yeah, how does it work? First of all, we actually help you find your medication using GPS, and we're also introducing outpatient drug tracking, which allows you to document your experiences after taking medications. And just like your bank statement, we're actually introducing the drug statement, allowing you to share detailed records of your drug data with trusted healthcare practitioners. And we have 3 types of logistic options we support: drone, rider, and self-pick. And we're also the first on the continent to allow you to use your existing insurance as a payment method. Why spend money on medications when you have an insurance? And lastly, we also use a large language model to help pharmacists onboard medications 5 times faster than traditional methods. So how big is our market, basically? Our total addressable market is over $40 billion, giving us a sum of $5.7 billion. If we charge 334,000 people in Rwanda $5, which is actually one of our business models, we're actually looking at a $20 million annual revenue, and this only represents 2.3% of the population. So for our competition and unique value proposition, what actually makes us different from the existing competition? Like I said, the AI for drug onboarding, third-party and cross-country insurance integration, outpatient drug tracking, and also we are actually leveraging pharmaceutical data to train a large language model for disease prediction and prevention. Lastly, we also have a crisis detection system, and we also have drone support. So how do we actually make money as a company? We have about 11 streams of income in total, but right now, we're actually focusing on mostly commissions and ads, as well as subscriptions. But in the future, we're looking at bank partnerships, sales, API subscriptions, and lastly, search engine optimizations. So, what have we achieved so far as a company?
1 minute to go. Yeah.
Lifeline was born April 2024. As at June, we raised $42,000 in pre-seed, family, friends, and angel investors. And we have approval from the FDA. We have also integrated support for 8 insurance companies in Rwanda. And currently, we are doing beta testing with 100 users, which actually gave us $1,200 in revenue in just 1 month after announcing our testing. So, this is my team. We are 15 of us in the company all together. We have I, myself, the CEO, and also I'm an iOS developer. We have Prince, our head of design, Goodluck, our CTO, and Sandrine, our lead pharmacist. And these are our board of advisors that are actually guiding us every step of the way, making sure we're actually doing the right thing. So, how much are we looking for? We're trying to raise $200,000 for 7% equity that will actually last us for 14 months, help us increase our revenue growth, user-based expansion, market penetration, and also operational efficiency. Okay, click again. Anyways, this is the end of the slide. When the cost of health is impossible, we are your lifeline. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Dear investors, any question, comment, or we're giving them a sack of money? I don't know.
I wish it was that quick. We could just give money.
I
Your
know.
processes.
I know.
So, really interesting presentation. I want to understand a little bit more on the different parties that you're targeting with your platform. So, obviously, you have the patient who's tracking their drugs. You have the pharmacy onboarded on there who has the drugs. And then you have the insurance companies. So these are the three parties in there.
Yeah.
Can you please explain to me the customer acquisition strategy for each of these parties, as quickly as you can?
Yeah, honestly, we're actually focusing a lot on B2B because we realized something. Everybody here probably has an insurance, and one of our key insurance partners is Eden Care. So we're actually targeting the insurance companies, and through the insurance companies, we can actually reach every other person. Just one partnership with Eden Care already gives us access to like 300,000 people. Their insurance, their hospitals under their care, their pharmacies under their care, and there are also patients under their care too. So once we can just integrate one insurance company, literally every other person follows, mostly B2B for customer acquisition.
Can you please talk about your acquisition strategy then for the insurance companies?
Actually, we are promising the insurance companies two things, basically. Better patient experience and also better visibility that will actually lead to better revenue. Because as it is, a lot of people don't actually know what insurance is best for them. So once people actually get to use Lifeline, like I wish I could actually show you a demo, it's on my phone right now. You can actually see what insurance companies exist, what their offers are, and basically just visibility and better patient experience. Because now their patients don't need to physically travel to a pharmacy to actually authenticate their insurance to use it to purchase medication. You can just sit at home, use Lifeline, we do the authentication and everything, and we ship the medications from there. You don't actually need to spend any of your money.
That question? Last question, maybe?
Yeah, I can go. King, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
You mentioned you're raising 200K for 7%. I
Yes.
have two questions. One, what are your current revenues on a monthly basis? You just mentioned you have 20 pharmacies that you've partnered with. You've received your FDA approval. Is that for Rwanda?
Yeah. Rwanda.
Okay, so what is your revenues looking like for now? And then that will help me understand the valuation you're giving the business.
Okay. Honestly, we just started beta testing like 1 month ago. So what happens is once we actually finish building the app to a particular extent, I just shared like a private invite link with a couple of my friends. They tried it out and we showed them the first subscription and they paid for it instantly. They told their other friends and we started initially with 10 people and we rose to 100. So our revenue currently is $500 from 100 paid subscribers and about $800 in ads, because even on the homepage you're actually able to get ads from ALX, ALU, Equity Bank, and also one of my friends that paid for an ad slot. So altogether I think we're like 1,000 with 800, 9, 10. Yeah, 1.5 in revenue.
1.5, just a final comment, Charles.
Okay.
So 1.5 in revenue for 2.8 million, you might have a hard time raising that money. Happy to speak to you afterwards.
100%. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Round of applause, guys, to him. Can I have the pointer? Can I have the pointer, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. We still have more in store, and up next is, they know themselves, but up next is Smart System Service. You ready? Cool. Please, you can clap for him. It's really not easy to be a founder, so that's why I will take this pointer to him. Check if it's working.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. My name is Almami Jagana. I'm from Mauritania. So we have here Smart System Services, which develop Smart Trash, which is a digital waste management services. So in my country, Mauritania, we daily produce about 20,000 kilograms of waste daily. And according to the Water Waste World Bank report, about 34% of this waste is collected. So we have a big problem about waste management in terms of collection, in terms of cost and the low recycling rates. So it's why we created Smart smart trash, which has two parts. The first one is software. The software enables waste management company to digitalize the whole process of their operation. So we have a software as a service as a platform, which a waste management company can create an account with us, and they can manage daily the waste management. And the second, like this. This is a real-time waste management company who has an account of us. In red, you can see the bin full. In green, the bin not yet full. And in orange, the bins will be full. So when the bins are full, they send a message to our platform who will notify the waste management company to go to take those waste. And the second part is about hardware. So we equip bins for waste management companies to be smart. They send their position, and they also send their filling of rate to be collected more in order to reduce the waste management costs. So our target customers are in first the municipalities. We know that our countries don't have a lot of, our municipalities don't have a lot of money, and in my countries yearly we expend $6 million only for waste management in our national budget. So if we can better save the cost, we can do better waste management. And the private company in oil and gas, as you know, in the next year our country will be a gas producer. That means a lot of waste, professional waste. So and household interested, we are working also with households. Okay. Now in our capital city, we have more than 5,000 households are in capacity to take our solution as B2C. And as B2B or B2G, we have more than 30 municipalities who can do it. So, yes, and yearly our country spend about $14 million US to waste management services. Okay, traction to our launch in 2018 to now, we create about 3,000 in gross revenue. We operated in 4 cities, our capital city and some rural areas. We recycled, we helped to recycle about 50 tons of plastic waste, and our total addressable market in our country is about $4 million yearly. So our milestone, we are created in 2018. We won a lot of competition in my country, the Cosmos Innovation Center, the Marathon of Entrepreneurs. And in 2021, we got our first investment in venture capital with Sahel Invest. And this is the project we had.
1 minute to go.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So our strategy and our objective here is to be deployed in four more cities in my country, and to expand also to abroad countries like Senegal and Mali. Our impact, so we are impacting in the SDGs, and we are here to ask for about 300,000 US dollar. The first is for scale up to launch a production of our smart bin, to get more infrastructure in data driven, and to expand also to the neighbor countries. Here is our team. I am Almami Jagana. I am engineer in mobile network. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Round of applause to Almani. Dear judges, any question, comment? Thank you.
Mohammed, good afternoon, and thank you for your presentation. I have a question that, aside the capital need that you have as a business, what would you say is the other most pressing challenge that you could use assistance with to run your operations?
Can you repeat, please?
So if, say, you didn't have a financial need as a business, okay, what's the other need that you could use assistance with as a business?
Okay, we are in need of non-financial, like to to be normed like ISO 45001 to get this norm to be available to work with oil and gas sector. We also need to be skilled for the waste management skills.
Thank you, Almami.
Welcome.
Thanks for your presentation, Almami. I could tell you were nervous, but you did a really good job. I want to understand, so with your sort of sensor technology, do you put that in existing sort of dustbins, or do you make new dustbins first?
We put that in the existing waste bins. It's why we are innovative. We can make any bins smart, and we also I didn't have the pictures. We also design it and produce it bins by recycled materials like oil tanks. Yes, which we use with our clients.
Could you speak a little bit to your margins in terms of, your expenses to put these sensors in place, and then how much money you make off of each one?
My margins?
Yeah.
For now, it's about 10% for the margins. Yes. And you have two questions?
That was it. But if you could speak a bit to just sort of your expenses, your path to profitability.
You know that waste management is a big operational business. Now we have, as I said, when we launch our business, we are forced to do a proof of concept. We launched our own waste management company, place our software, our platform. So now we have these two things. And now we want to jump from the waste management, from the operation, to be only focused about the software. And so it's why our margins is not so high, because waste management is a daily operational. It's a little bit complicated.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. You can do more than that, guys. Trust me. Thank you so much. Due to the interest of time, G-Quiz, you ready? Please join us. Join me on stage. How is it, guys, so far? Yeah? Please, you can clap for her as she comes. She's, 5 minutes starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Salimatu Sano from the Gambia. I am excited to introduce to you G-Quiz. I came from the remote part of the Gambia, a village called Birifu. I struggled with my education. I was faced with several challenges. One of those are access to teachers was an issue, access to learning materials that would support our education as rural students was also so difficult for us. But however, with a girl that's so passionate about education and loves education, I endeavored to have access to university. From there, I and my colleagues from university started a company called GISCO. G-Quiz is one of the first products GISCO worked on. With G-Quiz, every moment counts and every student matters. Sorry. I'm having issues with that. Okay, let me continue, but I'm having issues with this. So G-Quiz is an innovative EdTech platform that's bridging the gap between access to quality, that's bridging the gap of quality and accessibility of education in the Gambia. Can you please help with this?
Press next. This one.
Yes, I am. Okay. It goes back.
Can you help us to do next? Please. Yes.
Oh,
Salmatu?
it's done. It's because I have-
Salmatu?
Yes.
Let's do it for you. It's okay.
Okay.
They will. You say next, and then he will do it. Thank you.
Alright, cool. So GQuiz is aligned with the West African Senior Secondary School exam curriculum. We have features like the self-assessment, which is aimed at helping students to better prepare for this milestone exam called the WAS exam. That's set by Anglophone countries in West Africa, 5 countries in West Africa. We have an AI-powered model that helps personalize the learning experience of students, giving them feedback on areas they need to improve on. And also an offline model. We have one of the most amazing features is the analytics dashboard. With the analytics dashboard, parents can have first-hand information about their child's progress without going to the school. The Africa's educational market is worth $224 billion. The EdTech market is worth $3 billion with a forecast growth of $57 billion by 2030. That's when SDG 4 is fully realized. We have several competitions in the market like the U-Lesson and the likes, but we are positioning ourselves as a holistic learning platform across the continent. We started our operations back in 2020 when we recently graduated from university, and up to date we have onboarded 20,000 users, 20,000 out of a population of 2.5 million. Our business model is the B2B, B2C, and also, of course, we have the free version. But our main focus is the B2B, which would help us achieve our goal of making quality education accessible for every Gambian student. So to achieve that goal of accessibility of quality education, we have partnered with the government of the Gambia and other NGOs in the Gambia to help us to make this platform accessible.
1 minute to go,
We have also partnered with Gambia's biggest telecommunication to provide free internet and also paid study classes for the less privileged students. This is the team behind GQuiz. We have named the Youth Product of the Year, Youth Innovative Product of the Year by the Information Technology Association of the Gambia. We are seeking a funding of $300,000 to fuel our next level, which is we would use that to enhance our AI model and also launch into new markets. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear judges, I'll give you only 2 questions. So that means one person will want to ask. So because of the time, I want to make sure that we keep the time.
Thanks for your presentation. I have a question on your users. Congratulations on 20,000.
Thank you.
How many of them are B2C versus B2B, and how many of them are paying already for your services? So really, how much traction do you currently have?
Okay, so far our model, we are focused on the B2B because from research we realized that most of the parents are not willing to pay. Gambia is a virgin market when it comes to digitalization. So we approach the government of the Gambia and the likes of UNDP, they fund for students. So over 18,000 is funded by UNDP and the government of the Gambia. And we also have the free version.
Last question, dear judges. Investors.
Salimatu,
Yes.
thank you for your presentation and congratulations
Thank
on
you.
progress to date.
Thank
How does the partnership with AfriCell work? Do you have a revenue share agreement, or how do they give you free data? What do they get in return?
Okay, thank you. AfriCell is one of the biggest telecommunication company in the Gambia, as I mentioned earlier. So we have the database of students. We have 20,000 users, over 20,000 users. So that's the data. They also want to venture into the student market. So they provide free internet access because before you benefit from that, you need to have an AfriCell SIM card. That's a marketing strategy for them to venture into the student market.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, please clap for Salimatu.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You can do more than that as she goes back to the seat. As you can imagine, coming in front here, it's not a simple thing. So we'll have Daftari team to come in front. As they come, we're remaining with few other startup to pitch. And I'm trying to see the number, but I will keep it with me just for some reasons. And we might have one of the company that didn't manage to be here in the room join online for some reasons. So yeah. Just try this. If it doesn't work as we want, we can do it for you. Let's do it for you. It's working? So it should be in this one. Yes. Yes.
Mali Bila Daftari. Oh, I can start.
Please go ahead. 5 minutes, start now. Thank you.
Yeah. Mali Bila Daftari Hupotea Bila Habari, translating to resources without any records will disappear without a trace. Now, this is one of the problems that SMEs across Africa and even in East Africa have, leading to a 70% failure rate. And other reasons leading to this include lack of access to funding, lack of use of technology, especially in this century, and lack of planning and having information that guides them in making the decisions they need to grow their business. And because of lack of managing their finances, among other things, they lose out on good credit that could help them build their business. And in this area, there's a huge gap of financing because they do not qualify to get the funding from official places. Most of them get the funding from their savings group, their chamas, and family and friends, but it's not enough to sustain them in the long term. So our solution comes in the form of a software in a mobile application that allows these SMEs to input all the operational information that is beneficial for them to make informed decisions and approach potential investors in their business, such as banks and credit givers. So the key features include sales and expense tracking, inventory management, customer and supplier management, and basic tax preparation, because we all have to pay our taxes at some point. Our target customer, our genesis, comes from Mama Bahati, a Tanzanian businesswoman who's been running many businesses for over 20 years, but most of them have failed. In trying to understand why her business is failing, we have come to understanding that she needs a lot of funding outside of just her women groups, and she also wants to rely on retailers who will help her be able to have cash flow and enough inventory for when the demand is high. So the market outside of just Tanzania, we are looking at Kenya and Rwanda in seeing how big this problem is, not just for Mama Bahati, but for other businesses. So where we are today is that SMEs with the 70% failure rate are not getting the funding they need to reach where they need to grow their business and reduce that failure rate and be more successful past the 5th year of business. And digital solutions are in place where people can borrow money to sustain their businesses, and we're going into the digitization of it because there's a 19% annual growth rate for digital solutions such as ours. So currently, we've been able to do market research and engage with about 200 plus businesses across East Africa, and being able to see how they engage with our platform and seeing what value we're able to deliver to them, and also being able to see what else we can do to improve them in being able to input all that financial information on our platform.
1 minute to go. Thank you.
So in this area of bookkeeping and accounting, there are many key players that come to place, including a pen and paper. And currently here in Rwanda, we have other solutions that exist in the bookkeeping section, and we come in because we want to have an East African focus, and having, knowing our market, we also have online functionality. So we're looking to have a subscription model, and in the future we'll be looking transaction verification and other financing options. We'll be able to make money out of it, and working to work with financial institutions. So we've been able to raise funding through CMU Africa Lab and also Founders Capital. And we're looking to projections for the next 4 years that has been informed by reaching 100,000 businesses across East Africa. Our team currently has me, Leah Kani, the COO, and Frank, who's our computer engineering, and under the mentorship of all these different advisors. And we're looking to raise about $150,000 to help us grow our business and run operations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, judges. Again, I'll take 2 questions from the investors for the interest of time. Bear with me.
Thank
I'm
you
trying.
for your presentation. It was really good. Take a breath. You did a good job. So we've worked on kind of a similar situation in Ethiopia, and one of the challenges that we kept coming up with was that companies would sort of start using it and then they would just sort of drop off. So could you talk a little bit about what your customer journey looks like with some of these users?
So having talked to different businesses, some of them are retailers, some of them are individual entrepreneurs, we've seen that the one with the retailers and a lot of inventory tend to use it more on a regular basis compared to the other kind of entrepreneurs, but the adoption rate varies because sometimes they're motivated to input that data and sometimes they're not. So that's why we're trying to bring value to help them see the stickiness of using the application by bringing options where they can get financing from that data they're able to input on a daily basis.
Last question from the investor, sorry.
How are those partnership conversations coming along? But also, what is your business model?
So we've now started looking at potential suppliers who already do like a credit basis with the retail businesses. So we're still looking to engage with other partners who will be key players in the growth of our business. As for the business model, as said earlier, we have a subscription model, but because this information is valuable to the financial institution, we're still looking to get a share profit in any transaction that is made through the application, among other things such as credit scoring.
Thank you so much. You feel like okay, please.
I think I'll find all the founders afterwards. They're quite interesting pitches. So
Okay.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you so much, Leah. Interesting. We have more ladies actually on the list, and I have up next is also a lady from Kenya. WeCraft, please come on stage. You can do more than that, as she's trying to show us something, please. You know? Yeah. This is your phone, and this is also yours. I can help you to handle this. Okay. You tell me what to do, okay? Okay. Cool.
Just place it there, no problem.
Okay. Next, it's not happening?
Hi everyone, first. My name is Agnes Wambui and I am the COO at WeCraft Limited. Our problem is quite simple. In Africa, millions of kids are being taught what to think, but not how to think. So if you went to to a normal school for your formative years of learning like I did, it was always about the exams. So there will be a teacher in front of the classroom, you're a class of 50 plus kids, and the teacher is running through the content because you have to finish the curriculum so that you're able to sit for the exams so that you can beat the other schools, right? Now, what this does is that it confines you to a system of cramming before exams, not really understanding what is fun through play. You have to cram to pass your exams. So what this does internally is that, number one, it's a one-size-fits-all method that does not work to inspire any creativity in children. And number two, it lacks the relevance that it needs to apply what you learned in class to a real-life setting. WeCraft believes that there is more to the educational journey than just cramming and rote memorization. So we devised a three-pronged approach to make learning fun and vibrant because kids learn through play. So the first approach was the in-person programs delivered by an expert team of teachers, and we created fun activities that kids could do, and we piloted it with schools and in parties, both in Kenya and in Rwanda, and it got great success. But because the learning experience does not stop in a classroom, we went on to create a learning toolkit. which is what I carried here today. So what that toolkit contains is a minimum of 6 different science experiments that the kid can do at home or wherever from the comfort of their home, enhancing the learning experience and taking it to wherever they may be. And now, the third is the future of WeCraft, which is our digital platform. Through a simple QR code or through our website, we are able to expand the world that we have and combine the in-person programs and learning toolkit into one digital platform which is accessible all over the world. And this learning platform will also enable students to meet teachers digitally and also have the same gamification experience across the world. The problem is vast. In Rwanda alone, where we are based, 2.7 million kids are trapped in this system. Extrapolate that to East Africa, you have 45 million children going through the same process.
1 minute.
Further expand that to Africa, you have 295 million children not being served properly. Our competitors are in the field and they're doing an amazing job, but for us, we are better because we are also piloting, tracking and nurturing 7 different types of intelligence because life is not just about exams. We have a B2C, B2B model where we deal with institutions and also private individuals. We have so far interacted with over 500 students and packaged over 7 learning different experiences, and we've also recorded 5 hours engagement time per week from our students. That's our business projection with the digital platform taking the charge. And this is our amazing team, myself as the COO, and I have a CEO. Together we have over 10 years of experience in project management, and we also work with several experts in the field of education. Our ask is quite simple. We're asking for 50,000 to enable us to develop this platform so that we're able to become inclusive and we can spread our reach. But if you're unable to give us the financial, we also have non-fiscal support where you can partner with us, you can donate to us. We need you to also spread the word about us, and if you have any engagements, we can co-create with you.
Okay.
Yes, that is us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Are you coming from which country? You brought your fund. People are supporting. Oh, nice. So what about this?
Okay, yeah, so this is just one of our learning toolkits. Maybe you could,
Okay.
yeah, we could
Nice.
have a look. So in here, there are materials to conduct science experiments. All materials there are organic, locally sourced, non-toxic, and we are able to track and nurture 7 different types of intelligence using just that one toolkit.
Thank you so much, Agnes. Dear investors, I don't know why I'm putting judges. We're not judging anyone here, right? So,
No
dear
judgment.
investors, please, 2 questions from team, yeah.
Agnes, thank you so much for your presentation. The way you laid out the solution, where you explained where you are today and what you're going to build, I found that to be really, really powerful. My question is about how you measure success. So obviously you are, disrupting the way intelligence is being measured, but these kids are still operating within the current educational system. So how do you translate your learning to how they are going to be tested at school?
Okay, good. So how we measure success? We measure it in 2 ways. So number one, this learning toolkit that you're looking at is curriculum aligned. So we basically give the kids a similar toolkit, and then we're able to record their academic journey. We actually record the performance of the kids before. We assess them before they start the program and how they are performing after the program. We do an assessment every single term to see whether they've improved. However, we go beyond what is in the classroom. So we are there are 9 different types of intelligence. We discovered that parents really give a lot of concern towards passing exams. And sometimes these kids, it's not bad because they need to pass exams, but sometimes a kid is good maybe in a creative way, or maybe they're good being, in interpersonal intelligence. So we try to nurture all these other types of intelligence, and we've noticed that by nurturing a kid's talent or a kid's interest, it translates into also academic performance. So we go beyond academics and we try to understand what's the interest of the child. And then we curate a personalized journey for them that complements what they're reading in school. So the goal is to have an all-round child, one who passes exams, because that's the core business of school, that they pass exams, but you have a holistic child who also is supported in their interests and their passions.
Thank you so much. Last question, Mecca?
Agnes, thank you for your presentation. Congratulations on progress to date. Two questions. One, what is your background? Two, what is your customer acquisition cost?
Okay.
Answer one question due to the time. The customer
All right.
acquisition cost.
Yes.
For the background later. Thank you.
Okay.
It's not me, Charles, eh? Time.
Okay. Customer acquisition cost, it depends. For B2B, the cost could be as low as 150, but we charge, that is 150 USD for one corporate client, but we could get upwards of 1 million Rwandese franc per client per month. So the acquisition cost is low as compared to what we get in terms of revenue and profit. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Please. Yes. Moonsoft Bio is up next and is going to pitch in French, just to warn you. And we need device, just in case you don't understand French. So if you need a device, then we can give you the device in the audience, yeah? So, are we ready? Do you need device, guys? It's going to speak in French. We're good? So, let me make sure you have a device. Can I have like 3 devices here? Three devices to the investors. I can only start when they have the device, because I'm going to give it to you. Don't worry. Two devices are not enough. 2 of them. One has a device. Yes. Just one. Okay. You speak French. Okay. Once my investors have the device, then I can really start. This is it. This one, it works like this. Look there, like this. Back. This is in front. See there? Okay. So this is in front. Already it's there. Then you continue like this. Thank you so much. We still have 2 more to go to leave this room, okay? Thank you. They can visit you at your stand there. So up next, we're going to have Ladex. Is online. She's online. She's going to pitch online. And the AV team, if you can. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He did a great job. And a reminder, he has a booth, and you can actually visit him. Thank you. So up next, he's online, she's online, and he's going to take us through what they do in Ladex in a few minutes. Every team, we are ready. And this is the second last, just so you know, okay? Yes.
And today I'm going to talk about Ladex. January this year, I relocated from Nigeria down to Rwanda, Kigali. I had to send a document from Nigeria down here, less than 1 kg. I went online to look for all the available options, and the cheapest I saw was for 376 euros. This is approximately $400.
Just to have
to
a
give
picture
you context,
before you
the
go.
price for flights from here back to Nigeria is under $250.
1 person remaining.
Now we realize that the price of sending items from one African country to
It's not
another
coming?
is
So
10
this is the
times
last one.
more expensive than sending items from Africa to Europe. Delivery services charge so much for African international deliveries for so many reasons. But every single day, so many people fly within different African countries with so much unused luggage spaces. To solve this problem,
It's supposed to be
we created a
2
platform
sessions,
called
the morning and an
Ladex.
afternoon.
Ladex is a platform where travelers can connect to senders. It allows the travelers to make money while they travel. The senders
Fixed
send
into this
things
room. Squeeze us
faster
here.
and cheaper. To use our platform, you go on our live page, Ladex.Africa, you register either as a sender or a user. Now, when you register, in order to ensure the security of the items that are being sent, we have strong KYC verification process for both our travelers and our senders.
For me choosing but not doing it and squeezing it,
information like the flight details, how many kg they are willing to carry,
because I can eat tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the market size we're working with is about 1.9 billion tons of goods sent annually. We're currently focused on working within East Africa to West Africa, where we have about 2.1 million tons of goods sent every single year. As of right now, the African logistic market is projected to hit $344 billion by the year 2030, and we're building a platform to help us position ourselves very well for this. We earn 30% on every transaction that happens on the Ladex platform. Because of Ladex, we'll be able to help our senders save up to 90% on delivery fees internationally. It is eco-friendly, helps boost trade opportunities within Nigeria and Lagos, and also create any potentials for our travelers. As of yesterday, we were able to send, and our total traction was about 300.
Use your phone and take that picture without a girl.
But as of right now, I'm pleased to announce we've just crossed the 600 kg mark and have paid over 5 million Rwandan francs to our travelers. We have 2 travel agencies as our partner. We have 3 paid employees and have created over 50 indirect employment for dispatch riders. We're working with a partnership with Samco. This is Skyway Aviation Handling Company to deal with the handling of the products that
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I should say she was so quick, flexible enough, because we communicated a bit late to make it online. So thank you so much for making it. Dear investors, any question to Lades?
Sure. Thank you so much for your presentation. So I had a question about how customs applies to this. Do you eventually, is there like a limit that you can kind of hit before you have to start paying duties on it? So if you could speak to that, that'd be great.
Thank you very much for that very lovely question. As of right now, we're working with some of our legal advisors to make sure that we're tax compliant. But one of the things we've been able to do is to make sure that we only use travelers for individuals who want to deliver items within different African countries, because there is no strict custom rule around that. And then we have a limit of the value of item we're able to give to travelers for every given trip. However, for businesses who also like to send things to different African countries, because we want to open new business opportunities for business people within Africa, we're working with Rwanda Air Cargo to help them ship this cheaper as well.
Awesome. Gladys, thank you so much for your presentation. I think it's a very creative solution to a problem that is quite huge. My question to you would be around your tech infrastructure. How have you guys built that, and have you taken into consideration cybersecurity measures? Because a lot of the information you're getting is quite sensitive, especially on the sender's side. Not the sender, the carrier, the passenger traveling, because they give you their flight details and the information. So how have you built your tech infrastructure to ensure that cybersecurity-wise you guys are as protected as you can be? Or if you've not done that, have you thought about doing that?
Thank you very much again for that question. First, I'd like to mention that for our webpage, in order for us to validate our idea, we actually ran mostly on WhatsApp. Our webpage has just been launched, but we're working with the ALX Accelerator to make sure that we've got great classes from the ALX Accelerator. So we're working both with people who are specialized in the cybersecurity aspect of the tech. But at the moment, we're trying to integrate some APIs onto our platform. One is Radar 24. Radar 24 is an API that allows you to conveniently check a flight or confirm flight reservation, so we don't have to carry some of the heavy loads when it comes to the security of the information we have to receive from our travelers. But this is something we'll also keep looking into. Thank you.
Last question from the investors? Oh, that's it. I'm good if you're good. It's okay.
So thank you. My question is around the price determination. You mentioned that the carrier determines how much they are to be paid. Is that correct? How is that working? What happens in a situation where the carrier decides to charge an exorbitant price for a very small delivery? Do you have any influence in helping curb that?
Yes, we do. So, like a P2P platform, like every P2P platform, we have like recommended price range we give to travelers, but at the same time, the travelers are very open to deciding how much they would like to carry. I'll give you the instance. So, assuming right now you want to send something and you go on our platform, you get to see options of prices available for a certain location and how many kg you are willing to carry. So, traveler A is deciding to charge $100 to take a certain package from Nigeria down to Kigali. Traveler B has decided to take $80 for the same location at the same time. You get to choose who you'd like to carry. Now, it could be that traveler A has more verification. The person is traceable. The person is maybe a doctor who works in an hospital here in Kigali, and that is why the person is charging that amount. So we allow the travelers to decide the price, but we give them advisable price ranges. However, for the senders, it is also, they get to see the profile of each traveler and decide who they want to go with.
Awesome. Thank you, Gladys. All the best.
Okay, thank you so much for making it, and have a lovely day. Hope you're enjoying where you are, you know. Yeah, finally we're here. We're done. That's the last one. The last person didn't make it, and it's okay. We can share the pitch deck and then we see. But also he's early stage. He's a student from ALU, and which I think has amazing fintech solution. So thank you so much. And guys who are still here, thank you for, waiting until now, We should be the one clapping for you. But because we are very few, then we clap for each other, right? Yeah, we made it. Yeah. So in the audience that people are here, I can take one question if you have any question towards the investor. Just one question towards the investor. We're going to take only one, because of time, You raise the hand before that. I hope you have a question to investor, okay?
Okay, thank you. My name is Muhwe Arikad. I'm from Rwanda. It is not a question, it is a suggestion. An advice I can advise in this Youth Connect Africa Summit. This is my first time. I just get the ideas, the people they are sharing, it is good. But there is something they are missing in their prototype. But something, there are some audience like us, we have something you can just give them, they can add into them, and they make a good.
What's your question?
It is suggestion, ideas. Next time, I would like to, someone who will present, type like address, and we give him an advice, which is something I should add into his project.
Okay. Basically, you want to see how you can give advice to people who are presenting. I hope I've got the question well. But yeah, one person, one question, straight to the point, okay?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Nometa. I'm from Zimbabwe. So I'd come to present, but then I were sort of like late in submitting our presentations. My question now is there any other platform that we can pitch to you or probably meet with you, since we'd come all the way just to do that? We are the three of us from Zimbabwe. Thank you.
Are you sure you came for this or you came for this? That's not true. That's not true. It's not. Thank you so much. So, of not pitching, I'll talk to you later, right? It's a process of how we selected the best to present today. Is there any opportunity for D-Room? No. Is there opportunity to meet the investors? Yes. It depends on how you grab them, because we're a little bit behind of schedule, you see? But there's opportunity to grab their contacts, and then you can reach out to them. You can share the pitch deck, probably, and they can look at it. That's something that I can commit, that you can get that service. But pitching, this is the last one. Finally, thank you so much for making it, and we can end it here. But I wanted to, only that the audience really is not here, I wanted to hear one comment but we'll do on one-on-one. Let's not really, because the audience already left, because I wanted you to give like one advice to them. I don't know what you think. Okay, good. These guys, they stayed until now. Let's one advice from you. Maybe you can stand and then give them advice. Just one from the pitches that you've seen, because all the people who pitched, they're still here. Yeah.
Okay, well, hi everyone. I think maybe just the number one thing that comes up is, we're investors, but don't chase us. Chase your sales first, and then we'll kind of follow. I would say that's the first thing to kind of focus on. You probably noticed many of us asked about traction, about margins, about your cost to acquire customers. So build your business, and then we'll naturally kind of follow.
Cool. Thank you so much.
That's a really good piece of advice. Maybe sort of feedback just generally on pitching. The gentleman that asked about connecting with the other founders, I think all of them had contact numbers or emails at the end, so you can, I'm sure, I'm not giving you permission, I don't know, but I'm sure you could reach out to them, and I'm sure they would be okay with it. But generally, when you're sort of pitching or presenting, it's really good to know who you're speaking to. So, for example, right now we were sort of the judges, so understanding who that audience is and tailoring your story to that audience, because you could still be an SME debt fund like I am, but if I'm speaking to an impact investor, then maybe I'm going to talk more about the gender angle. If I'm speaking to an investor who wants to know about financials, then I'm going to lean more towards that. It's still the same story, but you lean different ways depending on the audience. So maybe that's my only tip.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, hi again. Thank you to all the founders who pitched. I think it takes great courage to stand in front of people and talk about something you're really passionate about. And to get asked questions doesn't make it easier, so congrats to all who pitched. My one piece of advice, I think I'll lean on what has been shared. Focus on building the business. I know as a founder sometimes it's difficult. You're in a chicken and egg situation. You need some financing to be able to deliver the value you want to deliver to your customers. But as investors, we also want to see the value you've delivered to date so that we can have confidence in that once we give you the resources you're looking for, you're able to unlock that value further for your customers. To the point on speaking to, understanding who you're speaking to, there are different types of investors, as well as there are different types of investment options for you. I think a lot of founders who go out raising money, they only think venture capital. And as a venture capitalist myself, one of the biggest advices I give a lot of the founders who pitch to me is that you don't really need my money because you don't understand what comes with taking money from me, right? So it's a relationship. If you take money from a venture capital investor, we are locked in together for the next 7 to 9 years. Imagine being in a relationship with someone who you don't fully agree or align with for 7, 9 years. It's going to be a very difficult relationship. So if you're speaking to a commercially driven investor or commercially focused investor like myself, who also has an indirect impact metric by virtue of investing in African businesses, you want to know that a lot of what we care about is numbers, right? To the numbers conversation. How much are you making? How much are you using? And how much are you going to make with what I give you? How much? So if you talk numbers, it makes sense to us. I think one pitfall I see founders make is they're so passionate about the problem and they're so passionate about the cool solution they're building that they end up speaking that passion to an investor who doesn't hear that. I want to hear numbers, numbers, numbers. It makes the conversation easier for us. So think of it as a relationship, research your investor, then tailor the way you speak to them as to the point raised here. But thank you so much to the guys who pitched. It takes great courage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. My camera, you're going to take us a picture. We are done. Thank you Thank you so much for making it until now. I'm so excited. It has been really a while organizing this. So thank you so much, and let's keep in touch, okay? Have a lovely day, evening. Enjoy your lunch. We're going to